Credit cards, they are scary to a lot of people because most of them only hear about the bad stories. People that are good with their credit, they don't think of it as a superpower. It's something that they just do because they're responsible people. But unfortunately, credit card companies, they make money off people that are irresponsible. So that's all that you hear. All that you hear are these bad stories about, oh, how I overspend, or I was getting interest and I didn't know about it for years and now I have a huge bill. Credit card companies will punish those that are irresponsible. But if you are mature and ready to have a credit card, you need to sit down and find all the credit cards that you have. Make sure that you don't have any payments still on those credit cards. And then you need to find a credit card that actually works. Most of these credit cards, they are very useless. And companies will get credit cards for everybody. For everyone, they have their own credit card because they get a percentage from that company for just having a credit card and trying to scam you basically into getting a credit card. All credit cards are different, but you need to find one that works for you. It doesn't matter if it's travel or if it's points back or cash back, whatever you need that works for your lifestyle, that's what you need to look for. And a lot of them, it's very simple. You use your credit card whenever you can instead of cash or a debit card. There's no reason to be using cash or a debit card because you're not getting any benefit or added perk from it. And these credit cards are for people that can swipe their credit card and then pay off that credit card before the end of the month, like they were using cash or a debit card, and you get rewarded for it. It is a no brainer. It is simple. And on top of that, it makes your credit better every single time you use it. Every single time you use it and every single time you pay it off, your credit score will go up. So if you have a 500 or a 600, you get one of these cashback like Amex cards or your Chase Freedom card, a very simple card that you can get a cashback sign on for it, but then you use it and you get points back and it also raises your credit score and then allows you to get one of those better credit cards, one of those travel credit cards. Because if you're a person that travels like most people do, these travel credit cards will help you with um, basically, if you're trying to level up and become better in life, these cards will give you added expenses that you haven't had before, and it shows you a value, and you get that from just using the card. And some of them you will have to pay annual fees, but you can find cards that give you that value that you can pay the annual fee and be okay with it because of the added perks that you get with it. So if you're looking at a Chase Sapphire Reserve card, so this card has a $600 annual fee, but you get $300 every year for flights or hotels, and then you also get a sign-on bonus that is worth $1,200. So that right there is that added bonus. And on top of that, when you go and fly and travel, you automatically get the top tiers of rental. So you get a automatic upgrade, and you don't have to wait in line, and it's good to go. It's that added perk. It's that luxury, and it's because you deserve it because your credit score shows that you're a responsible person, so they can trust you and they are rewarding you. So if you've never used credit cards or you don't use credit cards, then you're losing out on this. And this is just the very beginning for credit cards and your credit in general. When it comes to buying a car or buying a house, good luck without credit. And when you're looking for lenders, you aren't gonna get the best ones if you don't show that you've had a history of being responsible. And it's as simple as that, as being responsible. And I would say when it comes to those cards, so the Chase Sapphire Reserve for you mid-tier guys that can that pay your bills on time and that are responsible, I would look at the Chase Sapphire Reserve card and also the Venture X card. Both of those give that annual bonus back and also flights and travel luxury. But if you are on point and you have everything together, the you can't go wrong with the platinum card, with the American Express Platinum card. That one is a very hefty annual fee, but you get it back in Uber credit, in entertainment and flights. So with that one, you have to choose an airliner, and if you choose United, like I choose, then you automatically get that $200 every year that gets added, and then you can roll it into the next year. So that just can keep on adding up over and over and over. You can also get the clear pass paid for, because now it doesn't matter. TSA pre, everybody has that. That's like brokey stuff now. But what the clear does is that you just pay for it with your platinum card, and your platinum card will take it. So basically, you get clear for free, and you go through and you basically skip everybody in TSA pre. So it's a great for people that love to travel. You also get the global entry paid for. So, and also has the best lounges. That Centurion Lounge is the best lounge that you can find. But that is all from the added value that you first applied and you got it because of your credit. Second, you get all of these perks that basically pay for the annual fee, and you get 175,000 points right now. It's the highest that it's ever been, and that is around close to $3,000 worth of travel. And that's just for being responsible. So if you have the credit and have no credit cards, that one right there is one of the best ones that you can have for any kind of travel. But you have to look at it like that. If you're like, oh wait, I'm afraid of credit cards, you really need to look into it, because you are missing out on a bunch of added benefits and perks that you should be having because you are responsible. If you're responsible enough to apply for the card and get it, then it works for you. And that goes for any credit cards. Next, if you are a military member like me, or a police officer or a firefighter, you don't have to pay any annual fees. And that's when it starts getting crazy. Like you saw in this thumbnail, I have all those credit cards. Those are all of my credit cards. I pay no annual fees. So that means myself and my wife, and even if you wanted to, you could put your kids on credit cards, and then that will raise their credit when they get older. But basically, I travel for free because I every couple months I get a new credit card. And it's very simple. And when you tell people about this, they're like, no way, it's a scam. But it's like, have you ever heard of it before? Of course not. And it is very simple to do, but people won't do it because they a lot of people are like old school thinkers, and they only know what other people tell them. And since they listen to other people, most people are irresponsible with their money and don't know what they're doing and have horrible credit. Most people do. Ask people. Start asking people, and you'll be surprised about how bad people's credit is. So for me, like I have one all the time. I always have a new credit card going on because I don't have to pay any annual fees. So when I'm looking at those military members, especially, and they don't have any credit cards, I'm just like, you guys are missing out. So think about this: your platinum Amex card, right? It gives you all of those added benefits. So that means the Uber credit. That means the entertainment packages, like your bundles, like your Netflix and all of that, and the flights. So if you're a military member that is married, and say you have two of those, that's $400 worth of flights every year. That is 600 in Uber every year. Like all this stuff keeps on multiplying over and over. I have uh, a United Infinite card. I have United Quest card. Both me and my wife have those, and those give you, in the IXG card, all of those give you about 100 to $125 worth of more United travel bank money that goes in. Every year I get around $1,000 just in travel bank cash, just for flights. That does not that does not add onto for like the sign-on bonuses that I'm getting every other month for every new credit card that I get. And before you think, oh, like you can't do that, you definitely can. It does not affect my credit. I never have a statement that I don't pay for every month. My credit score is above at 830. It is very simple and easy to do. But people will be like, oh, well, I don't, especially single guys, are like, I don't spend $4,000 in 3 months. Okay, cool. Can you save money? You say you're responsible, right? So cool. Save money for a couple months. Get about $1,000 to $2,000. Buy one of those big purchases, or save up for what you're going to buy. It doesn't matter if it's a gym membership or supplements or video games or whatever you spend your money on, and then make that big purchase on your credit card when you first get it, and then it's easy. Then you only just spend like $2,000 in 3 months, which everybody does with gas or groceries. So, in closing, these credit cards will change the way that you think about spending money. You will you will start thinking, it's like, oh, I can use my credit card for that. I'm going to get points for that. And then all these points will start adding up for you to have free experiences for being responsible. It is that simple. So go out there, get your credit cards, research the ones that make sense for your lifestyle, for what you want, for what you spend money on, and then start gaining those perks.